Imagine this, interest rates dropping a half a point. Cheap money is going to flow back into the market. Buyers will pile back into the market, and sellers who were waiting on the sidelines for lower interest rates, they will now rush to list their properties, but at a higher price. And then within days, the best deals will disappear. It's going to happen. So here's the truth that beginners really need to understand is that if a deal pencils, that means works out at today's higher rates, it's likely a steal of a deal when the interest rates fall. So the solution is don't wait. Buy now and then prepare to strike again once the interest rates lower. So in this video, I'm going to share with you three things. I'm going to share with you what the high interest rates created in this market. You need to understand what the mindset is of today's buyers and sellers. Number two, I will give you the mindset reset you need as the rates begin to lower, and they are going to begin to lower, okay? And number three, I will give you the top 3 moves that you can make right now to close more deals as this window of lower interest rates opens. Got it? Okay. If you have any questions during this short training, feel free to text me directly to 833-942-4516 and I'll get right back at you. All right, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is talk about and discuss the problem. Okay, the problem is this. Okay, higher interest rates have paralyzed the market and have paralyzed the deal. Imagine this, you have a $1 million commercial property you wanted to buy, and you're going to put down 25%. And so you're going to borrow $750,000 from the bank. Okay, mortgage rates a few years ago, 3.25%. That would equal about $3,200 a month in mortgage payments. Multiply that by 12, it's about $40,000 per year in mortgage payments. Okay, fast forward to now where interest rates hover around 7%. That same deal where you're borrowing, $750,000 at 7%, that's going to equal about a $5,000 per month mortgage payment times 12. That's $60,000. So that's a $20,000 gap. You have a $20,000 increase only because of the interest rates. That's what has killed most of the deals. That's the problem. And here's what it's created. It has created this. Buyers are on lockdown because the way they see it, the market is broken. Okay. Next, sellers are on lockdown too because they're sitting on 2%, 4% mortgages, and they're wondering, if I sell, I'm going to have to now pay 7% on my new deal, and it doesn't work. Okay, so they're also on lockdown. And lastly, we are experiencing a deal desert, right? According to CBRE, one of the largest commercial estate firms out there, right? Their transaction volume has decreased 30 to 45% last year. That's incredible, okay? All because of this problem here. Got it? Okay, now that we understand the problem, what I want to do next is share with you why it's a mistake to wait. Got questions? Simply text the word Peter to 833-942-4516 and we'll help you. Here we are with why you waiting for interest rates to drop is a mistake. All right, you always hear me say this. We have a saying in our company, and that is the best time to have bought real estate was 5 years ago. Okay, the second best time is today. I'm going to prove it to you right now. All right, there is $2 trillion in dry powder. Okay, from pension funds and private equity funds and other wealthy people. They're sitting on this money. Dry powder is money waiting on the side, and what they're doing, they're waiting for lower interest rates. That's what they're waiting for. When they come into the market, it will be all over the news, and psychologically, people are going to think real estate is back, and they're going to rush back in. Okay, it's also psychological when you hear this in the news. Okay, here's what's going to happen. What's going to happen is bidding wars will start again. Remember those days? They were not fun. Okay, they were not fun. This is when bidding wars happen. Stupid money enters the market. Okay, And then number two, prices will skyrocket once again. Remember those days? That will happen again. And lastly, cap rate compression will happen. Okay, so as the cap rates drop, the values go up. What do I mean by cap rate compression? Well, first of all, I have a video called "How to Understand Cap Rates" that appear in this on the screen there. But cap rate compression, here's what that is. Compression means shrink, right, or lower. So when the bidding wars happen and prices go up, that means cap rates are going to go down. When cap rates go down, value goes up. Here's a problem with that, right? So today, let's say a cap rate on a certain market is 6.5%. Okay, so you're buying it at 6.5%. When the cap rates drop to 6, that same property will be valued more. So you're paying a whole lot more because of this psychological reaction. Okay, so this is why waiting for rates to drop is a bad idea. All right, here's the truth of the matter. Okay, in 25 years, this is precisely why the perfect conditions will never appear. You'll never find a situation where it's the perfect time to invest. Okay, the best time to invest was 5 years ago. The second best time is now. All right, okay. The next thing I want to do is share with you how to prepare for this next window of lower interest rates. Here we are at the part where it's time to get your mind right, okay, and ready. This commercial multifamily game is mental. It really is. I've been at this for 25 years. I've been through this exact same thing. When the rates come down, this is my third time in over 25 years. Same thing applies here. We're going to make some small adjustments to it, but the same foundational principles remain the same. I'm going to use the acronym for READY to share this with you. Okay, so the READY, the R stands for reset assumptions, right? I want you to make sure that you understand that there's no such thing as a perfect deal. No, don't wait for it, don't look for it. It won't be perfect, okay? So what I want you to do that is look at two sides of the deal. Every deal has two sides. It has to deal with the actual numbers from the real estate agent, from the seller, and then your pro forma, your projections. If your deal only works on the pro forma side, don't do it. Okay, that's too risky. It needs to work relatively on both sides. Okay, got it. All right, so I want you to really reset your assumptions this time. Number two, or for E, stands for expect elastic outcomes. Okay, very simple. I don't want you to box yourself in. Don't only focus on a certain cash flow or a certain cap rate or a certain cash and cash. Okay, I want you to consider all of that together. Okay, cash on cash, cap rate, and cash return. I have a video for all three, a masterclass on all three, a masterclass on cash flow, a masterclass on cap rate, and a masterclass on cash and cash return. Please watch them so you can understand these three terms. Very important for what's to come. Okay, all right. A stands for to avoid anchoring. Okay, I'll keep it simple. I want you to avoid anchoring on what the seller paid for the property years ago. Some of you get so wrapped up in the seller bought the property 7 years ago, 10 years ago for 100,000, and now he's selling it for a million. So what? Okay, he could have got a great deal. He could have bought it at the bank. It doesn't matter. All right. So I want you to focus on what the property is worth today. So do not anchor yourself in that. Okay. D stands for define your buy. Okay, what do you want to buy? If you can't define what you want to buy, you can't have it. Okay, so is it going to be a small multifamily property? Is it going to be a mixed-use building in a downtown location? Or are you looking for an RV campground in your favorite spot where you and the family like to camp? Okay, so you need to define what you want. Okay, because when you can define it, it gets you ready for the why. All right. And why means yes to speed. Okay. When the interest rates drop, things are going to move a lot faster. Okay. You're so used to certain speed today, that won't be the case when interest rates drop. Okay. So you need to be ready to make an offer. So if the deal you're looking at pencils out, right, it meets your goals for the cash flow, cap rate, and cash return, guess what you need to do? You need to make the offer. Okay. Don't wait, because if you wait, it's going to be gone. Got it? All right. Okay. So that is how you get ready mentally. Now, what I want to do next is give you the top 3 action moves you can do right now to get ready for when it happens. Every successful commercial real estate investor has a mentor. Get mentored by me and my team by applying to be our next protege. Click the top corner. All right, here we are with the last part. This is the last piece. This is the 3 top action steps you can take to get yourself ready for the coming lower interest rate environment. It is going to happen. Okay, here's a quote by a famous person. He says that you don't have to see the whole staircase. You just have to take the first step. Okay, and the first step is behind me, and I kept it in 3 bite-sized chunks so you can do them separately and easily. Okay, to get started. All right. So action step number 1 is to build your financial war chest. Okay, this basically get your financial house in order, and that means, I'll keep it simple. That means to check your credit score, right? You want to get your credit score in order. You want at least a 680 to 700. If you're below that, get onto like a Credit Karma or a credit repair service and start getting it ready. Number 1 is have your money available. So liquid money, is your money tied up in stocks? Is it in some retirement fund that you can get access to? Or just get this part ready. Okay. Next is when you buy a property, the most important thing you have is reserves, because the day you close is the day you will have a broken window or a leaky water pipe. You need money to fix it. Okay, it's going to happen. Okay, so have money on the side. And last is to, if you don't have money or the reserves, you need to learn how to do creative financing, which is really important. Okay, if you have damaged credit, you don't have the down payment, this is very important that you learn how to do. A link will appear that I just produced called Creative Financing. You should watch that video. It's very powerful. Okay. Action step number 2 is to build your dream team. Okay. I'll keep it very simple. This is your minimum dream team. Okay. We'll do a separate video on who everyone on the team is going to be, but this is your minimum to get you started. Number 1 is you should get a real estate agent to start sending you deals that you can practice on. Okay. So practice makes perfect. It really does. Okay. Next, I will get a mentor. You can hire us for that. I will get someone who has your interests in mind, that's been there, that's done it, and that can protect you from all the pitfalls, okay? And also to help you see, identify the opportunities in today's market, okay? Very important. Number 3 is a property manager, okay? You need a property manager because you need eyes and ears on the ground. And so if you're a beginner, you don't have that experience. So a property manager can tell you if it's a good neighborhood, bad neighborhood, where the rents can go, and also some of the pitfalls, okay? Next is your lender. You need a lender. The reason why you need a lender this early on is because the whole transactional picture of a multifamily commercial deal takes forever, and it's mainly because of the lender. So get started early on this, okay? Again, this is your minimum team here. All right. Action step number 3 is to master your market, okay? I have a video link on how to choose your market. It will appear on the screen. You can watch that, okay? Now, when I say master your market, it can be very simple for you. There are certain things you have to do to become an expert in your market. It's not rocket science, okay? Number 1 is you need to choose a city, okay? Not Texas, okay? Not a whole state, not Washington State, right? You need to choose a city, okay? A city within the state, your state, okay? And then after you choose a city, I want you to locate 3 to 4 submarkets. What submarkets are neighborhoods. Okay, I live in a city that's relatively small, but guess what? We have 6 or 7 neighborhoods. Okay, some neighborhoods are super expensive. Homes are $10 million, and some are more reasonable. Okay, so these are different neighborhoods. I want you to locate 3 to 4 submarkets or neighborhoods that are the most affordable. Okay, it may not be super affordable, but the most affordable. All right, and then in these neighborhoods here, you usually get sales comparables. Okay, sales comparables of what other multifamily properties like 5 to 20 units have sold for. Get a mental note of what they sold for because you can use it later on to help you gauge if a deal that you found is good or not. Okay, you need something to compare it to. Next is get the market cap rate. Okay, I did a video on cap rates that you probably watched before where I share with you there are two cap rates in a deal cap rate and a market cap rate. Market cap rate determines your value of the property. So you need to understand what the market cap rate is. Okay, get that range. Next is you need to get the rents. Okay, for a typical 1 and 2 bedroom C-class multifamily property, what are the rents? Again, you get this because you want to be able to compare what these rents that you find to a new deal that comes into your life, right? So you can compare if you have rent upside or not. Remember, as the rents go up, so does the property value. So this part is very important, and guess what? It's connected to this. Okay? All right. And then the last piece is I need you to study and anchor yourself here right in this submarket for a while. Become an expert there, right? First before you go anywhere else. What you learn here and how to get to become an expert, you can use if you have to go out of state, for example. Okay? All right. So there you have it. Okay? So you do not need to see the whole staircase. You just need to take one step at a time. These are the steps. These are the steps that will help you get ready when the interest rates drop. And ladies and gentlemen, it is going to happen. Got it? All right. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. Do me a favor, hit the like button. It encourages me to put more videos out there for you to watch. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. And I'll see you at the next video. Would you like to work with me? Every successful commercial real estate investor has a mentor. Learn more about my Protege program right here.